everybody, welcome to 2OG's Hooking Stitching Island Style. Coming to you from the engineer's office on Deer Island Princess Ferry. This is the official video for the 2023 Happy Mail Advent Project. But before I get into that, I want to say thank you to returning Fiber family members. Thank you to new Fiber family members. And if it's your first time here, you like what you see, you want to join the family, we have a lot of fun. Click subscribe below, click the bell beside it, click all, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that YouTube will notify you of when I upload a new video. So, 2023 project. Hold on a second, I gotta get my notes. Okay, I've made some notes. Now, the Happy Mail Advent Project for next year, for 2023, is going to be a little different only because the cost of shipping, whether it's from the U.S. to Canada, Canada to U.S., U.S. or Canada to across the pond, prices are going up in January, and I was contemplating not doing it at all, but then I started thinking, well, what can we do to make it so that more people can participate, so that it's not breaking the bank, you know, $10 a month. I'm just saying that as a round figure only because I know from Canada when I send something in a card, they charge us a small parcel. So, here's what I've come up with. I think it is. Let me get my head in. My brain's not working right. I apologize. I'm kind of slow on the uptake. Okay, one of the ideas I come up with is each month from January to December we're going to send a card, a postcard, a little note just saying, hey, you know, thinking about you, birthday card, holiday card, whatever for that month. And in the beginning, before you and your partner start this, you send each other an email and tell a little bit about yourself. Your likes, your dislikes, allergies, favorite colors, food, things you like to do, you know, just a little bit about you. So it kind of gives your partner an idea of, hey, what can I do for this person? And then I had come up with thinking, what if we do a block a month, 6x6 block, whether it's crochet, knit, Tunisian, or a combination. Yes, I do combination. Remember, topsy-turvy, tri-stitch along? You can combine techniques and send that each month to your partner. So by December, we'll have 12 blocks with the December card, and those 12 blocks they can make either it's like a napkin, like a little small throw, a pillow, a bag, a granny cardigan. I mean, it doesn't have necessarily be a granny square. You can make other squares. You know, they have all them books out there, and if you go on YouTube or Ravelry, there's plenty of patterns for blocks. And then I thought, between the two of you, you decide if you want to do a 12-day Advent or a 25-day Advent for December. The only stipulation I've ever made was Christmas Day. That present has to be handmade by you. Nothing, doesn't have to be a big one, but handmade by you. I know I received quite a few handmade gifts in my Advent. I had sent handmade gifts in the Advents I sent because the people you're sending them to appreciate the time and love that you put into doing that. Everything doesn't have to be store-bought. So, then I thought, well, what can we do for an Advent? Like I've done small gifts and stuff like that, you know, notions, things like that. So then I thought, I know what I think I'm going to do with at least one of my Advent partners, because I do several 2 to 3 Advent boxes for the year, for the season. I'm right back at a load. Okay, as you see, my glasses are, the sun is shining here, and it's -1 Celsius, with the wind chill of about -10. So anyways, I'm thinking of doing a yarn Advent, where you take, and just take it from your stash. Pick a weight. fingering weight, DK, worsted. And you make 10 to 20 gram mini skeins, mini hanks, balls, however you want to do it. And you put them in a little bag, and in there make sure you put what it is, fiber content, and how many grams. And you have, like, I would do 25 of those, and those would all fit in a small box, you know. Or if you want to even save more on shipping, send 1 or 2 of the little bags, the hanks, with your monthly mail. If you're doing the 12-day one, then you can send 1 of the little bags in your monthly Happy Mail, and you spread the cost out over 12 months, and it wouldn't be that bad, still putting you $10 or less. So that's one of the things I thought. And like I said, just take it from stash. And I was doing some research, thinking, okay, say I'm going to do a 4 fingering or a 4-ply or sock weight, is another name of it. Well, how many yards are there in 10 or 20 grams? So I went on the internet and found out, you know, it gave like 100 grams of fingering or 4-ply can be anywhere from 360 to 450 yards, depending on the plumpness and the fiber content. So I thought, okay, well, I'll take that in half and then divide it in half again. So that would give me 25 grams. And if I wanted to do just the 10 grams, divide it in half again, you get 12.5 grams, which would be 45 to 60 yards. So I thought doing a 25 gram or 50 gram little hang, I would call it a midi, M-I-D-I, midi skein. And then kind of do a little snooping around, free patterns, and see if you could find a pattern, whether it's crochet or knit or Tunisian, that you could put in with it, just as a suggestion, or even a couple patterns. You know, they might want to find one on their own, you know, but at least, you know, it would be just like a nice little addition to the Happy Mail. What I plan on doing is in some of the bags, putting a little surprise, whether it's a little piece of chocolate, tea, stitch marker. If it's a knitter, you could put point protectors, like a little notions, you know. Or you could even have one of the days be, you know, have your, even if you wanted to do 12 days, 12 notions, 12 hanks. 25 days, you can still do, you know, 10 or 12 days of notions within. But these are just that's just an idea that I had. What I'd like to do is get everybody's feedback that wants to be in this, partake in this. And I understand totally if you can't. That's totally understandable. Like last year, I partnered up Rita and Zara because they were the only 2 from that part of the world. So if I was very cognizant and aware of shipping costs. And so you would email me, and the email is always in the description box below, and say, yes, I'd like to participate, but I can only do US, or I can only do US and Canada, or I can only do Canada, or I'll do international, you know. And I'd like to have this done within the next 2 weeks, so I can put everybody together in January, and you can start. So the first one would go out mid-January, and we can then go from there. If you are in the Yayas, I love, you know, you post there. You can message me also on Messenger, Instagram. All this is in the description box below. All the places you can find me on the interweb. If you want to participate, but I need to know where you are able to or willing to, you know, ship to. And then once you are paired with somebody, then you guys decide, okay, I'm only going to do a 12-day. We only want to do a 12-day advent, and that's what you do. Knowing that your Christmas Day gift has to be handmade. That's the only stipulation I really have as far as what the contents of the exchanges are. I come up with the block one because I thought that you could just slide inside a card, you know, make a 6 6x6 block. It will fit in a 5x7 envelope. You can fold it in half. They can always steam it if it's, steamable. If it's wool, wet block it. And then it will be great at the end of next year to see what people come up with their squares as far as what they made. And I had said some of the ideas for the blocks that you could send would be, something specific to that month, something specific to a holiday, their favorite colors, something celebrating where they're from, something celebrating where you're from, saying to them. Always make sure that you put fiber content. Only because this way, there's no problem with allergies, and also if they want to block something, they know the right way to block it, whether it's a wet block, steam block, or they throw in a washing machine. And some of the small gifts, that I said put in, is you can put in buttons, stitch markers, progress keepers, a crochet hook. I mean, notions are endless in our crafts. You can take a little notions pouch and fold it up, something that big, and stick it in a little bag. So that's what I was thinking about. But I'm going to do it. I've got a couple people who already said they want to do it. So I would because once I close this out, there'll be no adding anybody after the close date. So this is December 27th. The close date for this is going to be January. Let me see here. Look at the calendar. Okay, the close date for this to opting in will be January 7th, a Saturday. Okay, so that gives 11 days. Will I make exceptions? It's possible, but not by more than a couple of days. So you think about it, and let me know. Email, DM, Messenger, Instagram, and even on Ravelry. I'm on Ravelry. Let me know if you have any ideas yourself. Let me know, and I will bring them to the family. And I will, when I get home and I'm on my computer, I will type this all up and put it onto the community tab, and also into the description box for this. That's like when I do on my phone, I have to go back and re-edit on my computer. So that's all I have for this video. Later on, I may show you what I'm working on, but I'm here today for 12 hours and tomorrow for 12 hours. So you'll probably get some fairy vlogging. But I wanted to get this out. I wanted to get it out this morning, but a lot of phone calls, a lot of messages, and with puppy and that. So a lot of things I was trying to get done. Somewhere along the line, I'm going to try to get some rest. So don't feel pressured to having to participate in this. We just had a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing it again next year. I already know 2 that I'm doing that are not part of this Advent project. I have 2 that I do because. So, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place. Sunshine is the flowers like smiles are to humanity. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday. I hope you're staying safe, healthy, happy, doing what it is you love to do. So, bye for now from the engineer's room of the Deer Island Princess Ferry in the middle of the Bay of Fundy somewhere. Headed back to Deer Island, actually. And I'll catch you in the next video.